You are running out of time. Listen to me carefully. You think you have years. You think you have later. You think you'll start next month, next year, when things are better. But what if your opportunity comes in the next 6 weeks? What if the door opens and you're not ready? Most people don't fail because they lack talent. They fail because they thought they had time. And time doesn't warn you before it leaves. Some of you are moving average, not because you're incapable, but because you're comfortable. You're waiting on a phone call, a promotion, someone to notice you, someone to save you. Let me tell you something. Nobody is coming. Your opportunity to change your family's life might show up quietly, and if you're not prepared, it will leave quietly too. Winners don't prepare when opportunity arrives. They prepare before it arrives. Athletes don't train during the championship. They train in the off-season. You don't start practicing when the spotlight hits. You practice in the dark. You are who you are in practice when it's time to play. If you haven't trained your discipline, your play will expose your weakness. So the real question is, are you practicing like the opportunity is already coming? Or are you waiting to feel motivated? There are 2 types of people. Those who show up only when there's an event. Those who show up because that's who they are. The first group needs excitement. The second group has identity. Professionals don't wake up based on mood. They wake up based on commitment. They don't say, "I'll work when I feel inspired." They say, "I work because this is who I am." That's the difference between average and elite. For years, I blamed everyone. My parents, my environment, my circumstances. It was easier to blame than to work. Because the moment you blame someone else, you give them the keys to your life. When you say, "They didn't do this," you're saying, "They control my future." No, you are the common denominator. Wherever you go, there you are. The hardest thing you will ever do is look in the mirror and apologize to yourself. But that's where transformation begins. Everyone has 24 hours. The difference between average and great is not background, it's command. How do you command your time? How do you command your habits? How do you command your emotions? Successful people don't have empty gaps in their day, because empty time invites weak decisions. If your schedule has holes, distractions will fill them. If your mind has no discipline, temptation will run it. Structure protects you. Routine protects you. Sometimes your body lies to you. It says, "You're tired. You can't. Do it tomorrow." But most of the time, you're not tired. You're just not disciplined. Success doesn't require giant leaps. It requires, put your shoes on. Show up. Start small. Run for 2 minutes. Save a little. Wake up 30 minutes earlier. Your brain changes when you stop breaking promises to yourself. Let me say something clearly. Becoming wealthy is not about making more money first. It's about managing what you already make. Most people increase income and increase lifestyle. Rich thinkers increase assets. They live below their means. They save first. They invest second. They spend last. Poor mindset says, "I earned it, I'll spend it." Wealth mindset says, "I'll build it, then enjoy it." Money is a discipline test. You want to compete at a higher level? You must learn a new language. Not just words, but thinking. The 1% don't say, "It can't be done." They say, "How can it be done?" The 1% don't say, "That's impossible." They say, "What would it take?" If you want to enter new rooms, you must understand the rules of those rooms. Not to change who you are, but to expand who you are. Growth requires adaptation. Average is safe. Average is crowded. Average is comfortable. But average will never change your bloodline. Greatness requires stamina. It requires sacrifice. It requires doing what most people would quit doing. If I told you what it really takes, most would give up before the halfway mark. But you're stronger than you think. Everyone goes through pain, but pain can either be a tombstone or a stepping stone. Some people let pain define them. Others let pain refine them. You cannot control what happened to you, but you can control what you become because of it. You are running out of time, not in a scary way, in a powerful way. Time is limited, so urgency is your advantage. Stop waiting. Stop blaming. Stop scrolling. Start preparing. Start commanding. Start becoming. Because when your opportunity arrives, you won't need luck. You'll be ready. Now that you understand time is limited, let's talk about your real enemy. It's not your haters. It's not your background. It's not your competition. It's comfort. Comfort is dangerous because it feels safe. You're not broke enough to change, not uncomfortable enough to move, not desperate enough to grow. You're surviving, but you're not evolving. And survival mode will never create legacy. Everybody talks about the price of success, but nobody talks about the price of staying average. What will it cost you if you don't change? What will it cost your children, your future, your potential? 5 years from now, if nothing changes, how will you feel? Disappointed? Regretful? Angry at yourself? Regret is heavier than discipline. Discipline is painful now. Regret is painful forever. Choose your pain. Let me tell you something powerful. Your emotions are temporary, but your decisions are permanent. You won't always feel like working. You won't always feel like training. You won't always feel confident. But winners don't wait for feelings. They move anyway. You don't need motivation. You need standards. Raise your standards, and your behavior will rise with it. Some of you negotiate with weakness every day. I'll start tomorrow. I'll do it later. I deserve a break. No, you don't negotiate with the version of you that wants to stay small. You dominate it. Every time you say later, you're strengthening the weaker version of yourself. Every time you say now, you're building power, and power compounds. Stop focusing on goals only. Focus on identity. Instead of saying, I want to be successful, say, I am disciplined. Instead of, I want to get in shape, say, I am someone who trains. Instead of, I want to be wealthy, say, I am someone who manages money wisely. When identity changes, behavior follows automatically. You don't rise to your goals. You fall to your identity. Let me challenge you. What are you feeding your mind daily? Scrolling? Complaining? Comparing? Your mind is soil. Whatever you plant grows. If you plant distractions, you grow mediocrity. If you plant learning, you grow power. Guard your inputs, because your outputs depend on them. The 1% think differently. They don't ask, how hard is it? They ask, what is required? They don't complain about the process. They respect it. They understand something most people ignore. You can either control your life, or life will control you. There is no middle ground. Listen to me. You already know what you need to do. You know the habit. You know the discipline. You know the sacrifice. The question is not, what should I do? The question is, when will I stop playing small? Time is moving. Opportunities are moving. Life is moving. So move with it. Decide today, not next week, not next month. Today, because average is a choice, and greatness is also a choice. Let me say this one last time. This is your line in the sand. Right here, right now, not tomorrow, not next Monday, not when things are perfect. Right now, because the truth is, you don't need more information. You don't need another video. You don't need another motivational speech. You need a decision, a real decision, the kind of decision that cuts off excuses, the kind of decision that burns the boats. The kind of decision that says, there is no going back to average. You've played small long enough. You've doubted yourself long enough. You've waited long enough. Now it's time to move. Move when you're tired. Move when you're unsure. Move when nobody claps for you. Because winners are not created in comfort. They're created in commitment. 5 years from now, you're either going to say, I'm glad I started, or I wish I started. And that choice belongs to you. So stand up, lock in, and become the person you were always meant to be. This is your moment. Don't waste it.